If you bought it, then let's go. But take a sing you bang and an exo. Pick up my heat by a color next door. We be sliding like a wet floor. Slide, slide, slide. Guess what I'm trying to do? Slide, slide, slide. That's what I'm trying to do. Slide, slide, slide. That's what I'm trying to do. Slide, slide, slide. Guess what I'm trying to do? I'm finna pull up, ayy, surprise on them. They won't play my songs cause I own them, ayy. My eyes on them, I'm getting wise on them, ayy. I don't need no Luke to slide on them. Kiki my pace grip beat. Even the haters is on their feet. On my mama, all ops is so damn weak. They ain't told you I run these streets, huh? Bet you must not know about.
Oh wait, what's happening, my good people? I hope you guys are doing good. I go by the name of Junior, some know me as Smooth, but whatever it is between the two, I'm not with it. Welcome to my YouTube channel, welcome to Junior Aarons, welcome to Keeping It Gossip, a place where we support local talent. So hey, on this episode, I made a new face, man. I made a new face.
Yeah,
let him introduce himself to you guys. And yeah, man.
Oh, new face. Shit. New face with a long story, man.
Yeah.
Now, the name is Sam. I run a tech business, not even a tech startup. We run a tech business. And we also do a little bit of motivation here and there, you know, just to get people out of the township. That's the goal. So if we can motivate you to get out, we'll do that. But mostly, yeah, I'm just a tech guy, just another tech guy.
So now we're seeing something there.
Oh yeah. Let me put this one on.
Yeah.
I'm kidding, man. I will also run a sports agency called Mo Sports House, so we make sure that athletes get all the support that they need. So Mo Sports is basically just us giving back to the community. Again, the same principle. We want to get you out of the township. Even if it's not physical, but let's get your mind out of the township.
Purchase your hottest kicks today by visiting their website at www.juluooka.co.za or by hitting them up on the green app. Your support is highly appreciated.
So most sports handles athletes usually from the township, like Alex, your Sowetos, and all of that.
Oh,
so yeah, that's what we're pushing right now, to get athletes out and out for good. Not this thing, right? Now you go, you play overseas, you come back, you're broke, you're driving a test, you know.
When I blew it.
Exactly. So we don't wanna do that. We wanna help them build actual careers out of the shit. You know?
Oh, yeah. So man, before we get to like the deep depths of what you're doing mainly, who is Sam?
Yo, Sam is an innovative dreamer with a fucking sweet tooth for technology. You know, so my main thing is people. I love people. I love potential. But with the training that I got through varsity and all that shit, I got exposed to technology. So now what I ended up doing to build the whole Sam brand was I took the passion, I took the skills, and I put it into one. So I use tech in whatever space that I'm in to make sure that we're changing people's lives, not just creating fancy tech for nothing. So I'm just the guy who goes around, finds nice tech ideas, builds them, and if they help at least one person reach their goal, then that's me. I'm fine. Yeah.
Yo, man,
it's not as deep. It's not as deep, you know. As a person, you want to fulfill as many of your passions as you can.
Yeah,
so, like I said, mine is people. The other one was tech. So I was like, yeah, let's see what we can do with this. So mostly how I do that is that I meet somebody and then they say, oh yeah, man, I have an app. I want to have this app idea that does this and this and that. And then obviously if you're from the township, you're not going to afford like the app development prices. Yeah. So what I come in is that I come like, okay, let's do this app. And then what you will do for me is that you make sure that it runs because my portfolio is built on you. So what I get is not the actual money, it's the portfolio. And then what you get out of it is the projects where you can then...
You're already in the space.
Yeah, I'm already in the space. I don't need to be charging you an arm and a leg for that. I already charge big corporates for that. Yeah. So for you, let me get you there. And then I know that once you are there, you open the door for the next person and the next person. So it's just passing the torch to whoever's willing to take it further, man.
See this in 3D. All lights out for me. All lights out for me. Lightning strikes the beach. 80 degrees. Warm it up for me. Finally free.
ne? On my first episode, I said I was talking to Goodfellas Production.
Yeah.
Hope you just go and watch it on your channel. Check out the first episode of Keeping It Guys. I said something about umundu ngabantu.
Yeah.
And many people take it in different ways. I don't know if like I'm saying it correctly, but that saying is important, man. That saying is like strong.
It's strong because I think a lot of people come at it from different directions, like you said. So one will say umuntu ngabantu means it takes a community to raise a person. So you are a person because of other people.
Yes.
But also umuntu ngabantu can also mean the same thing that we're talking about now. That the people who gave you an opportunity require of you to give it to the next person.
To the next person.
So abantu is not just a community, it's the lineage of people who've been passing on these opportunities up until they get to whoever it is, you know. So it is very important, man, because also you can't go anywhere without other people. You can only do so much, you know. Yeah. And with other people, it becomes a nice ripple effect. You know how nice it is, like a teacher, a primary school teacher meets somebody who's now a businessman who's employing 50 people. And they say, oh man, are you the one who taught me how to do this? So now as a teacher, you get the thing of I was just teaching maths. Yeah. So I gave this guy one opportunity, and from that he was able to build onto that, and now look at where he is. Yeah. So it's the lineage of opportunities, and it's also a community. But it's
yeah. Now, as we're speaking right now, I'm kind of thinking of the topic. I'm like, hey, before the we just went straight into it.
Yeah, so it was supposed to be shallow, but now
we just went straight into it. Just like gave him everything, like the food dish. If I appreciated this one, then I problems.
For sure.
What we want to touch on is the meaning of success in a black society.
Yeah. Yo, it goes deep, actually. Too deep. Because we have the shallow meaning that once you have a car, once you have a job, you're a success.
Yeah, you're successful just like that.
You're successful just like that, because we all come from the hood, you know. We all hear niggas like, as long as I can get myself a nice polo, get myself an RDP house, pimp it up with some aluminium, then get sharp. But then that is success with the, you know the thing that I'm talking about. Like, get a nigga who's like, as long as I get that, I'm a success. Yeah. Because that's all he's been exposed to.
Yeah.
But the second you expose him to something new, the second you take somebody just across M1 and take him from Alex to Sunset, and you're like, okay, look at this now. So this guy has 3 of these cars that you so desire. Then how can you say that's the ceiling?
And worst part, he treats it like it's nothing.
Like it's nothing. And you meet the guy with these 10 cars and he's still looking for something. You know?
Yeah.
So success in the black community for me was given to us wrong. It was given as an end goal. Whereas success is an always moving target, bro. You have to always keep chasing the next thing, the next thing, the next thing. So to black people, that's where we've been robbed. Because we were given the ceiling to say, once you get here, you know, so right, so this is it. There's nothing above that, you know.
Yeah, soon as I hop on the kick, then you know these bars come straight from the soul. Usain Bolt on beat, I'ma run through them all and I come for the gold. You can never run my lane, cause I've been through the pain, but I'm still composed. I'm all about heat when I step on the mic, but I swear that I left my froze. I'm never on E, they call me gas, my tank on full. I can never care about them, maybe I would if I could. Appreciate all of the love, but I cannot trust them. Some of them ups, I know some niggas that hate on the low, but I'm never low, cause I'm at the top, let's go. Too many flows, too many goals, I'm still on my feet, so how can I stop? Back in my hood, there's too many drugs and not enough love, but they know I'm dope. I do this for me, I do this for everybody that believe in the kid. I'm bringing them hope, my nigga, you don't need a drug to cope, my nigga. I'm doing this sober-minded, I look around me and we so divided. I'm coming for everybody, but do not compare me to anybody. I'm the only man who can do me, so let me go ahead and do me. And I've been hot, they don't know me, like way back before you knew me. Don't mistake me for no newbie. Gas on the loose, done.
And I also used to be like that, funny enough. I always used to say that I don't want to be rich. I don't want to have millions. I just want to have a nice house. I want to just afford like the nice things, because where I grew up, that's all the successful people did. That's what they did, you know.
Come back from varsity with a degree.
Bruh, not even with a degree, bruh. My first role model was my uncle, who I call my dad. and he didn't even he didn't use his degree. He went and studied, but then he went and became a prison warden.
Yeah.
And then he moved out of the township, came back with a Golf 1. At the time, he was the only one in the streets with a proper Golf 1. So me as a grade 2 scholar, I was like, you know what, my dream career, I want to be a prison warden. Me as like, it doesn't make sense when you think about it. Because at that time, that's what I knew success to be. I had seen this guy come from nothing, absolutely nothing, living in the same house as me, to owning his own house, his own car, getting a wife, kids. So I was like, okay, so that's the route to success. If you want to go to success, since I've seen that there's more than being in a township, then let me do that, you know. So it goes back to what I was saying with exposure, that success is not something that we can clearly define as one thing. It's whatever you desire, but understanding that it's a moving target. So it's a bit of a bittersweet thing when you tell people that this is not success. Yeah. Success is not this. This was just a step in the road to success. So now you have this. What's the next thing? You know, because you also hear people, a lot of black people saying, "Yo, once I'm a millionaire, so and
there's no such.
Like there's no such, bro. When you meet people who have more than 1 million and they're still waking up and going to do more things, get more money, you're like, but guys, then why is this person saying this thing? It's like, you know, it starts to get off balance. So I think we need to redefine success for black people. You know, we ought to go back and say, guys, there is steps to it. You can put like short-term goals to it, that my next success is for me to get a car. My next one is to get a house. My next, you know, whatever it is that you want for your life. But we must also always instill the thing that there's no lead ceiling for this shit.
Yeah.
The sky is not the limits. There's fucking space, the Milky Way outside of there. Like, you know, we don't know where the limit is right now. We're sitting with unlimited possibilities.
Sincere, noble, suckers.
At first they said the sky was the limit. They broke it.
Exactly.
Now they in space. You know, when you're saying this, you know, that like to us black people, we've been given like small things to think that this is success from what we watch, from what basically, let's just say from what we consume.
Yeah.
You know, on my part, I'm a kid that I have a single parent, my father. So at some point he was doing good, and then you know life. So we were good to that point that he would just take us out, we would go out and just go see things out there. See how people think, see how people live. Yeah. And whenever I came back, when I came back home, I would see like my guys. When I'm over guys, the guys, damn,
You start to pinpoint this shit.
You see, only if they saw what I saw outside, they'd all be like, oh, yeah. But then the thing is with me is like, when I was there, I was only seeing it from a view where I was like given that platform, where everything was given in a silver platter, like me, born. And then now, as I'm here, like now looking at different people, meeting different people, you start to see this, oh no, that's why when I say success, he means this and that. Yeah. And how to get to success is like a whole process. You changing also as yourself.
You have to change, bro. You have to, because like I said before, my success was getting a nice 4-bedroom house, driving a standard car, you know. Yeah. So I had to not just change the idea, but change the person who can reach that point. Because that guy, or that kid rather, who thought success was that, could easily reach that. But now when you've changed the goal to the next thing, you need to be the person you need, like who can get through, who can run the race to do that. So you have to change as a person. And I think it's not even a matter of you should, or like it's definitely going to happen. Change is going to happen whether you like it or not. The only difference is that will you embrace it or not? Yeah. You know? So a lot of people go through changes, but they don't embrace them, and they want to stick to what they know. So then they feel like, yo, I'm stuck, and everything is, everything's just so frustrating. But it's because the world is changing, but you wanna hold it. You wanna hold it and say, I'm not going to change. This is me. This is who I am.
Remember me. Life lessons are never easy. Like Gessie said, chasing a dream is never easy. People feel entitled because they feel like their survival is depending on it. Even though they know the deal, they always choose the opposites. Faking tears and smiles just to paint a pretty picture. They want to feel alive, that's why they always adding filters. Boasting about the life they wish they had, instead of sharing the life at hand. Like people in the Bible, everybody got a second chance. And tell me what you gonna do. Is you gonna flip the coin and choose heads to break bed or stay dead? This shit is mentally unhealthy, B. And when God said that we are wealthy, abundantly, I believe he really meant it, B. I swear my life's a testimony, man. I'm really proud of me. They scared to see me shine, that's why they out here always doubting me. I'm blessed beyond measures, why am I still stuck in this poverty?
But who you are is who you are in this moment. You can walk out from here, means a billionaire, your whole life is going to change. So you're not going to be the same guy who's going to be doing the same things again. Okay. But what I've seen with people is that they want to remain the same.
The same. It's the status. I see.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not bashing cars. I love cars. I even made a show called Keeping It Cars. But I love the way the energies we have.
Yeah.
I love that. But I don't like the mindsets that we all have.
That's what I also always tell people, that they like, hey, when you hate the township, but you grew up in the township, you think you're a cheese boy and all of that. And I'm like, first things first, I am a cheese boy. But the more important thing, cheese boy for life, through and through. But the more important thing is that I don't hate the actual physical township. Yeah. I hate the mindset that has been built for the township. Because someone said, I can't remember who, that if you check most of the townships in South Africa, they are built to be there, away from reality. So you're only supposed to be there. And now what they are doing, even worse, is that they are building cities in the townships.
So they're keeping you in that.
And you'll never go anywhere else. So you'll never get exposure of anything else. So in that situation, then you start to think within that box. Because somebody also thinking about doing a business. I talk a lot with my friends about Selokshi, and I'm like, guys, we need to start businesses. The first thing they'll say is that we can open a table and sell. And I'm like, but my G, you have a BSc in fucking engineering. You want to sit with a table. I'm not saying you shouldn't if the situation permits you to do. But you've been granted so many opportunities. I always told people that I'm going to maths and physics, guys. Physics, not just as a high school, I have fucking university maths and physics. I know how to work a computer. So at what point do I then give myself so little credit to say I'm gonna do this because it's a small start?
Yeah. As you're saying this, I wanted to just put you in line.
Don't believe me, it will. It will.
There was a time me and my friend were like, okay, we come from the same hood together. Then we just met here accidentally. Hey, bruh. And then we meet up, we chill here, and a couple of months go by, and then this year things start getting rough now. No money is coming in from our parents to sustain us and paying rent and stuff like that.
Sure.
We're like, okay, cool, let's search for jobs. It's via Indeed.
Nice.
We search for jobs, okay, sure, processes are long. He finds this other one. They're like, okay, come for the interview, fast. They go there, it turns out they have to be standing outside as sales consultants. So he comes back to me, he's like, bruh, listen here. Dog, I can't get a bachelor's in school just to be standing outside, getting drained by the sun.
So I've always been a person who isn't shy of the opportunities I've been given. That's why I can say I'm a proper cheese boy. I don't when I say cheese boy, proper, I don't have a single scar in my body. I've never played outside. I never did none of that shit. I'm trying to give you the picture. I was always that kid in the house watching TV. So that was my first, that little box of TV was my window to the world. Yeah. To the point where a lot of people used to say, I want to be a white kid. Because deep down inside, that's what I thought. That's if I can grow up nicely, I'll have white friends and stuff. I'll get to the point of being on that level, man. So when I reach certain... my life, I always look at what opportunities do I have, and how can I utilize these opportunities to best serve me.
Yeah.
So when I was in varsity, that's when I started the business. I was like, I'm not gonna go and work. I'm gonna go and start a business. But now, what business do I start? Because I'm not going to start any jack shit business.
Yeah.
I've already been through so much training and so much like growth as a person through varsity. So then why would I then regress and go back and like do some menial job, So that's when I was like, let me take the skills I have and see what I can do with that. Yeah. And from there, I went to Joburg, and like you said, Joburg will show you flames. Even when I arrived in Joburg on the 3rd of March, 2020. And then on the 26th of March, ironically, my birthday, that was when the first lockdown started. So I'm 2-3 weeks in a new city. I came here to hustle to make clients, and this guy just closes the country.
My fellow South African.
Bruh. And he's like, no, it's just for 21 days. So I still had like some runway money. I'm like, okay, 21. I'm gonna be fine. I'm still gonna, then it kept going, right? Kept going. My runway money finished. I was struggling to pay rent. And I have to call back home like, yeah, guys, rent.
The tongue pride is like.
And the woman who raised me did not have a single filter in her brain. So she'd tell me, you know what, I'm not going to pay your rent. I'm going to send you bus money, pack your shit and come back home. I never said leave home. So come back home. You always say that your business, you can run it from everywhere. Come run it from home then. But then I knew that the opportunities I want are here.
I hear. The people you're going to meet here.
Are here. So then I was like, let me look for a job, man. And it's fucked up now. I have to look for a job. This thing is not working out. And then I looked. I got a lot of these menial job offers where they're like, yeah, come and be like a cashier, come and do this. I'm like, cashier, guys. Not to speak down on it, but I was like, with the opportunities and the skills that I have, it's going to take up so much of my time, so much of my energy, and it's going to bring me little to nothing when it comes to income. So what I ended up doing is I hustled until I got a job that I work now as a software developer without having even completed my degree. So with the matric that I have and the experience that I'd gained from running my business, I was able to get a nice stable job. Even today, I shy away when people speak to me. Like I meet people who graduated, like, yo, I just graduated, I'm working maybe as an intern or something. And then they're like, yo, life is rough. And I'm like, yeah, life is rough, but you guys need to hustle a bit more. Because they complain to me about, how are you a dropout earning more than me with like a fucking degree? I'm like, because I'm a hardworking dropout. That's the difference. I got my job not because of a paper, but because of the work that I showed that, yo, guys, this is what I could do, So I think a lot of people need to understand that as well, that it's okay to have standards. It's a bit of jela here and there. You treating yourself a bit too nicely, but you're also setting the tone for your life. Because if I had taken a job that's going to require me to work 12-hour shifts, then when would I have built the business?
Never.
So now I'm sacrificing my dream for this job just so that I could survive. Whereas I could get another job that will still help me grow my skills and still grow my business. Because in the job that I do, I'm getting more experience that I take from the job and go put it into my business.
So you're creating like a profile for yourself.
Exactly.
So to someone out there, I'm going to be completely honest with you.
Yeah.
I am one person, I hate school. I
run a school, but I hate school.
So to someone out there, as we're still talking about the meaning of success, can you wrap it up a bit and also add from what you have learned as well to like sum up the question
of what is success,
and what other people should think, like what the mindset should be like now.
Success for me is reaching a point where you are sitting and the place you are at is some place that you've dreamt of being. I've dreamt of most of the things that I have. Not all of them, I'm no way a success, but given where I started and where I am, I'm well on the road to success. So for me, I'd say success is a journey. It's a lifelong journey. you always have to reach points of success, and at the end of it all, it's about sitting in this points, looking back at the other points, and say, oh, I used to dream to be here. I used to always think that I'll have an office in Santon. We're sitting in it. So it's those small things that build up the whole journey of success. So it's not just like the end goal, it's the whole journey. And for me, I'd say there is no end goal for success, because you're always gonna be thinking of the next thing. Maybe once I've reached retirement, I'll come back and say, yo guys, your success, this is success, But for a normal person, a young person especially, man, success, you always have to keep moving. You always have to keep chasing it. And when you chase it, I'd also like to add the thing we just talked about now, that when you chase something, bear in mind, like when you're driving on the freeway, you don't take every off-ramp.
Yeah.
You take the off-ramp that's going to get you closer to where you want to be. So for instance, if you want to be a soccer player, you don't need to take an off-ramp because you need a job and then you go and work at a supermarket. So your off-ramp would be, okay, I want to be in the space of soccer, so let me be an assistant coach, let me be a coach, let me teach young kids. So you're off-ramping from the main goal of being a soccer player, but you're still within the roots of where you're going, You off-ramp maybe because there was something that was in your way, so you took a different route, but you're still headed to the same direction. Because I see a lot of people destroy, or rather get off-rooted from their road to success, or on the road of success, because of the many opportunities that come up. And when opportunity especially meets an empty stomach, you're screwed. You're screwed. Once you think with your stomach, you're out. So there's also that since it's a journey, there's gonna be side roads that you can take, but bear in mind that you are on this journey. So don't then take an off-ramp to Alex if you wanna go, I don't know, to Soweto or something. Yeah. So it's a journey, guys. Keep going.
It's a journey. Trust me. There's someone out there who's looking at this, who's watching this video and think that I've made it. Hey, man,
we wouldn't have these kinds of hair if we made it, guys.
Yo.
We would have silky hair.
But one thing I can say, man, watch me. Same time. Next year, things will be different. But keep on, live large, enjoy, please.
Enjoy, guys.
Enjoy.
Yeah, let's not skip that. Enjoy, guys. Every chance you get, enjoy it, man. Because you can't live. You're gonna burn out, man. All this thing of entrepreneurship, waking up at 5 a.m. it's good, but find pockets of happiness in between. But yeah, enjoy. That's the key.
Please like, subscribe, and most importantly, hit that notification bell to get notified whenever I post. Now we out. Bye.